everybody. I'm here. Artie's having some internet issues in part of his building. He will try to join us when he can. So sorry we're late. I don't know what Artie had planned today. I've got nothing planned. I've been building a model and making videos today. All right, Steve, you're driving, so you can't chat. That's okay. We'll catch up with you. So anyhow, I really don't know what Artie had themed today. I have been just in the last few days. Well, I guess I don't have to stall much longer.
Everybody, how are we?
I'm okay. I have had a cold all week. You have a lung infection. We haven't kissed or been near each other for a few weeks, so I don't know how we managed to get sick in the same week, but we managed to.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I had that head cold last week, and I got over the top of it only to get lung infection. Like, while I'm sitting up, I'm fine. But as soon as I lay down to go to sleep, I'm like coughing my lungs out. It's just been a crazy week. G'day, everybody. Sorry I'm late. All of a sudden, the gremlins in the back training room have come to get me. I mean, it's been so long since I've been in here. It says, stuff you, Artie. We're not playing today. So this is going to be an adventure in itself. Yeah, I've just been between the heat and running around to the doctors and that this week. I'm just getting a few checkups done as well. I had to have, I had got a lung infection, but there's something getting stuck in the esophagus here. And what it feels like there's something stuck in the esophagus, so we've just been getting scans on that. I'm okay, but as I said, this week has been a challenging week. So I didn't really spend as much room as I wanted in here because,
we need a third person on so we can play 3-card Monty YouTube style.
Oh, yeah, we need to do that, yeah. Plus, it's been hot. This week's been really hot in here, and we'll get onto that in a minute. I'm just going to say a quick hello to everybody. Who do we have? Yeah, he's first again. G'day, Greg. Hopefully you're doing well down there. Tammy and Ray, how are we? And Chloe says hi. Say hello to Chloe. And then we got Valley. G'day, buddy. How are you? Ryan Nash, how are you? Here's my good buddy Chuck Schubert. He knows what I'm on about. Yeah, at least I've got one supporter amongst the people and the viewers here. Not like some. Steve Peace, how are you, buddy? Everyone, sorry, can't talk now. I'm driving. Yeah, good thing. Just listen, buddy. Go and look at the thing. John Benicki, how are you, bud? Nice to see you in here as well. Then I have our good buddy from the UK as well. Number one, Andy. Hot Top Pilot Andy. G'day, buddy. Hopefully you're doing good.
Another good Andy from the UK is Andy Dobson, aka
Andy Dobson. Getting down to him as well. I'm just going through his acting. G'day, Mark. How are you, buddy? Nice to see you in here.
Andy Puff Candy.
Getting down the bottom of my list. Yeah. Andy Dobson, g'day, buddy. Nice to see you in here. Yeah, I got to him. Possum Bio, g'day, buddy. Good, warm, humid evening. Oh, man. The humidity is, we do have a little bit, but I mean, it's not as bad as what it was when I arrived. The Lord is loving it at the moment. I've only just cut it last week. It's got to get done again. The humidity is just driving it crazy. I've got to get that done this week because, as I mentioned last week, I'm going back to the US. I'm coming back to the US. Tuesday week, I'll be back in the US. I've got to finish the tunnel boring project that I've got going towards that place. Yeah, so I haven't done the videos yet. G'day, Joe Raider. Hopefully you're doing all right.
Yeah, I'm waiting for you to do your video so I can do mine.
Yeah, that's right. I've got another couple to do yet. I just haven't been with it, buddy. I just haven't been with it. You know what it's like when you're tired and everything else. You try to do something, everything goes pear-shaped. Like this today, I checked everything out last night to make sure everything's right. Come in here, and then the internet decides, no, we're not going to play. It's just been one of them weeks, and the heat that we've had in my area, it's just been unbearable. I've been thinking about going outside, cutting up the lumber in preparation for before I go away again. But every morning I wake up, it looks like it's going to rain, but it's just a humidity thing hanging around, and it hangs around till about late morning, and then it clears up to a really, really hot day. And it's like, geez, I could have cut the timber up if I knew. But then it gets so hot outside, you just can't work. It can't work. And then in the training room itself, it gets a fair bit of sunlight towards the afternoon, and it gets pretty warm in here. And I haven't got the room yet to put the aircon in here. I've got still finished to do some work before I do that. You can see how bright it is with the lights coming up through here. That's actually coming from outside. But apart from that said, yes, I am coming back to the US. I'm only going to be there for, today, Jean Ricard, I'm only going to be there for roughly about a week. The main location I'm going to be at is Las Vegas. No, I am not going to be doing the can or anything like that over there. There is
there's still a restraining order on him from the last time. Yeah,
and it's still ongoing. They pay me never to take the clothes off again. So, but I'm going there. I'm also going to be there with Philip, Tammy's husband. And what we're going to be doing there is there's an event going on in Las Vegas which deals with construction equipment, from earth moving, from house construction, asphalt, trucking, the whole rigmarole that does with construction and transport and earth moving.
At least you don't have to unsee it, Chris.
Yeah. And it goes for about a week, and there's a lot. There's a few seminars and that which we still got to book into and look into for the event.
Even the mob in Las Vegas said it was cruel and too far.
Yeah. So I end up getting the tickets for free for the event. And the only thing I had to do was arrange some airfares. And the airfares didn't cost much because the amount of points that I have accumulated over the years, I've been able to get that. I've never experienced flying like it's. I don't really want any rain at the moment. The grounds, believe it or not, the ground is so wet at the moment. And the biggest problem we have in here at the moment, because of soil and everything else, as stupid as it sounds, ants go wild. Rick Bailey, how are you? ants go crazy. Now, while I was away, some of them actually made their way into the house, and the worst place to have them was the kitchen. And that is another thing I've been trying to deal with. I've got rid of 4 nests so far, but there is 1 nest still somewhere. I'm slowly getting on top of it, but nothing worse. When you come in the kitchen, you see, even though you cleaned it a dozen times, disinfecting and whatnot, ants still coming. And yeah, as long as they're not in here, which is the main thing. But I got to find the big main nest. Well, I had some big nests out the front steps and another one on the driveway, but there is another big one somewhere out the back. And if everybody knows what ants' nests are like, they're worse than a rabbit burrow. They've got entrances and exits all over the place.
Just got to get some big pot of aluminum melted and pour it down the hole. Heck, you can sell that on eBay or Etsy. People buy that stuff.
The only problem is having that in the kitchen. It's not a good idea. The house will burn down. You don't know how ants here.
Yeah, Rick. Australian ants snort it like cocaine.
Oh yeah. I got baby powder in the kitchen. I did do that, and it doesn't stop.
Yeah, you put baby powder down in front of Australian ants, they just walk up to it. What else you got, motherfucker?
Is that the best you can do? Basically, what Anthony does is just wipe himself. All right, so what am I going to do? I'm going to try to find out the layout. I don't know if my other cameras are working. I'm going to have to try to though, but they look too good. But I'm going to set them up anyway. Let me see what cameras are working. Is that the one? No.
Well, not that one.
No. Gee, it's been a while since I've operated this. We breathing tough here. Oh, we do. I mean, the creatures that we have over here is just.
Well, considering all the things that would eat ants in Australia, yeah, everything has to be tougher in Australia.
Rick, yeah, even vinegar. They drink it. They drink it like it's vodka. And when the weather's humid, and we're going to get
baby powder and vinegar, man. Woo! It's an ant rave.
Let's put it this way: our ants here love eucalyptus.
And then they start listening to Adam and the Ants and singing ant music.
And if they go for the eucalyptus, what normally deters insects, when they go for it, it's nuts. The best way to kill them, and I made a cocktail of it, apart from the ant music. Apart from the poisons, what I got, one of the good mixtures to have.
The jukebox and try another flavor.
And it's not toxic.
Music's
it's a mixture of
try another flavor. Ant music.
Mix that up, and the thing is, what it does is they'll take the bicarb as well because they can't separate the powders, and they have the worst death in their lives. It's basically because ants are like rabbits, basically. They can't fart, so you can just imagine they're just bloating up the bicarb. They just go boom. Yes, they do, John Benicki. They do. They eat the anteaters. When you have a look at some of the ants, like the meat-eating ants, and like ones that I've got to go back up and see how they're doing.
Yeah, they beat up second graders in Australia and take their lunch money in Fosters.
Oh no, they leave the Fosters behind. They know if even they.
We didn't say the ants had taste.
Yeah, even our ants got taste. But when you look at some of those meat ants, like an average koala, the average kangaroo and usually have them get on the side of the road.
Yeah, but are the people around you?
Thank God we haven't got a smell tube, eh? And thank God we haven't got that. But they can devour, an ant's nest that you have on the sides of roads and whatnot on the highway, they can devour a kangaroo carcass within about 3 days.
Yeah, fire ants are nasty, mother.
Yeah, we don't have any on down here yet, up towards where Robin is, up in Brisbane, up Queensland. But particularly in Brisbane, yes, there is fire ants there. How the hell they got there, we don't know.
Had a shed and the damn fire ants burned it down.
They did. I never force a fart anymore. Neither do I, Possum Bio, because you know what it's like. Yeah. Oops, that was a bit too much.
Yeah, some of you are at that age where you're not sure if it was a fart or not.
Oh, but the worst ones is those sugar ants that are actually they're very simple. Yeah, I know some that ran into the giant fire ants in Florida too, and she was an 11-year-old kid. Oh God, geez, the screams. But the worst ants that we can have are they're like sugar ants, but they're really tiny. They're that tiny you can barely see them. We don't get them so much here, but in the sandy areas we do. Don't hold your fart. They climb up here. Boom, boom, Rick. Yep, that's the one. Yep, got to give it to Rick.
Need to start adding sound effects.
Yeah, all right. Now, I've got to learn how to do all this. It's been a while since I've been in my train. Okay, camera. Okay, which camera is which? Well, this is my face. Everybody's sick of my face. So what does this camera present?
Well, you say that, but you keep showing it.
That's the...
With the infamous Batman tilt.
Yep, that's in the Lego Depot, the maintenance facility. That one's in the valley called Shady Rest. Yeah, got to get a better camera view on that little later on. It's not the one we want. What's this one?
Look, there's an ant.
Oh, there we go. We've got the main station view to lay out. That is above my head, basically. I'm going to shove some trains in because I do want to.
Oh, hello, Delmarva. Welcome in.
Delmarva, hey, buddy. How are you? Road enthusiast. Delmarva, I haven't seen you for a long time, mate. Hopefully you're doing well. So I've got the train layout, which is basically to my left at the top. And I'm going to try to run some trains. I'm going to park them up to where they need to be. I want to try to come up. I'll come up with some new schedules, which I do want to run this week. Now, how do I fire it up? I've got to press this button here, which turns on the computer. Now, if you see smoke coming up, yeah, it's okay. It's just a layout going up in smoke. But it's been a while. I don't know how. No, hang on. I've got to turn on the computer monitor. So, now what else do I need? Oh, that's right. I need to turn the layout on, don't I? And everything turned on. And not being in here since. Vacuum cleaners are working. Ow! Would you stop poking me through under the table? Jeez. I know we're friends, but that's way too friendly. Okay. Now, so computer go. It's been a while. I thought I'd run my train, mate. Oh, keyboard.
Now let's see what happens when you push this button and this button together.
Yeah, okay. Beginning it. The longest poking stick ever. Yeah. Yeah, it's all right. Oh, thanks, Andy. I love you too, buddy. Okay, so I normally have this already, but
all right. So press that button.
What does that button do?
Yeah, that one right there. Press it now. Oops.
That's the wrong one. Yeah, that's the one. Oh, step up, that good. Okay. All right. Okay. Everything is running.
You're going to be shot and asked to leave the country.
Don't touch the white and black wires together.
Chris, with Artie, that comment got him 3 days in jail over the weekend once. You got to be more specific.
Yeah.
Show us the things.
Okay. So basically,
sounds like a newbie at a strip bar.
So
show us the things.
Basically, you see the monitor here. It's actually I've got the computer control running off my and the monitor here. It's grams the reactors. Oh, okay. AC5. Would you stop giving away my password there, Andy? Yeah, stop giving away my passwords. Okay, so we've got trains going. I'm going to try and bring up the schedule. Why isn't my schedule come up? I have these schedules, that's why. All right, I don't want it. Schedule, train schedules. Oh, schedules. All right, I am going to.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to tonight's edition of Two Guys Sitting Doing Nothing.
Yeah, I'm going to send
the only thing worse than two guys sitting doing nothing is somebody watching two guys sitting doing nothing.
So let's see. I've got the road kit coming.
Unless you're Greg and needed a nap, and then we can help you go to sleep. Oh, you can't see an Aussie. There's something up.
That didn't get very far. Get my traction clean.
3, 4.
What's going on here? Cool IT. Yes, Ricky coming over. You're the IT guy. Yeah, I need you to come over here. Okay. Yes, sir, we have a problem. We have a problem. Okay. The rocket doesn't want to play games. Why? I don't know.
Now it's down to one guy. I'm kind of doing something. I am running one train. I suppose I could run 2 while I was at it and put my vacuum cleaning cars on. Except that would make a lot of noise.
The engines are seized up. It's been so long. Hang on. Let's get that camera.
What do you mean, what train is that, Jean Ricard? You don't recognize it? Oh, we just lost Artie. Devices not connected. Oops. I'm running my newest loco, the little Class 185 Luxembourg State Railway, CFL. And the only 2 Luxembourg cars I have. I need to find more. Unfortunately, that's not easy. I either have to buy the brand new Roco set that goes with the locomotive, but that's like $500 or more for the 4-car set. Once you add all the additional taxes onto it for shipping, or it's $600 to buy it from an American shop, $540 plus their shipping and handling. Yeah, the koalas aren't pedaling fast enough. Well, it's all that eucalyptus, man. It stones them, it slows them down. But I'm going to, since I've got all the trains off the track, except the one I'm running. Oh, where are they? Where are they? Where are you? There you are. I'm going to take advantage of it tomorrow and spend all day running my cleaning cars. I could run them now, but they would be very noisy. Boop. We have an Artie sighting.
I'm back.
You don't, but we do. Find my wheel cleaner and demonstrate it. I know where it is. Get a place to plug it all in because it's got a weird plugging system.
I'll show you. I can show you where it is.
You know where my wheel cleaner is?
Yeah. Yeah, I know where it is.
Well, you were down there enough. You should know where it is.
It's here.
You had to ask me what it was.
Here.
Oh. It's just, is it real?
No, it's here. No, you're looking in the wrong spot. You're looking in the wrong spot. It was there. Oh, jeez. Okay.
Ooh.
So it's here. I'm telling you, it's here.
There's the wheel cleaner.
No, it's here.
Ah. No, that's your track cleaner, isn't it?
No, that's the wheel cleaner. Good night, Tammy. Yeah.
Is Tammy taking out? All right. Good night, Tammy and Ray and everybody in the family there.
Well, you shouldn't be leaving things around with the box. You don't need to be leaving the box around so I can take it home.
Oh, right. That's their DC wheel cleaner. That's their new one. That's their newer one. You got.
Well, I exchanged it because
this is the deluxe one, although it needs cleaned before I can clean with it.
Yeah. So, yeah, I've got to get that hooked up when I get home too. But I've actually got their the vacuum. Actually, I've got 2 of their vacuums and 2 of their scrubbers that scrub the actual tracks themselves. And it works pretty good. Like I have not cleaned the tracks up now since I would say November was the last time I cleaned the tracks up. And that was just before I went AWOL. I mean, overseas to the US. So that would have been about beginning of November. So it's been a while since I've... Chris, g'day, buddy. How are you?
But mind you, the trains themselves do need to. I do need to clean the wheels themselves. Okay, on the trains, because they haven't been done since probably they haven't been done in 12 months. Okay, I'm going to get one rail motor out. I'm going to take it out from, which is going to be coming. This guy here, I'm going to take him, and I'm going to take him over to the far side there. And hopefully it's going to behave itself. Excuse my coughing. That's if you decide it's going to work. Yep, something's working in the background. Top of my head, it's a nice landing strip, eh? Put some lights on it. Actually, you don't need to put any lights on it. I think the birds can see pretty well. Yeah, I haven't done much to it. The operation's running pretty good. I've got to do some work on them when I get back. The woodwork I've got to do is for this section here. We got one. Now I am going to take another one out. Okay, I'll send the rail jet back to where it came from. Give it this is one of my rail jets. The rail jet that's above my head here, she's going to go back to the station. So what's the next train I need to do? I need to get the talent. I'll get one with talents. That's gonna get that one out now. Randall, g'day, buddy. Hopefully you're doing well, buddy. So I'm gonna get it out from here, and I'm gonna eventually send that up to here as well. So
no, Randall is not doing well. I just hope he's feeling somewhat better.
What's his kidneys playing? His kidneys
starting to blood. He's been really fighting this week.
Poor bugger. It sucks when you're not well. All right, so I've got the talent coming out. No one's going to come up to this track here, and then I'm going to send it way over to its parking spot. Yeah, something is burning, Sean. It's probably the cobwebs in the electrics. It's been so long since everything is run. So I'm going to take that one out, and I'm going to send her to the other side with the rail jet that is still running around the layout. It will find its own little path once the rail jet comes in and out. So what my program does, it acts as a traffic controller as well, because I have got passing loops and single lines on my layout too. So what will happen is now the talent here will come out to the end here and stop and wait for the rail jet to come through. But as long as I keep the track clean, it should run. Okay. There we go. I have got a little spot along these joints here. If the tracks get a little bit dirty, I'll lose contact. As you see there, I'm losing contact. Oh, damn it. I've got to fix that. It's called track cleaning. Oh, will you give it a break? Mm. Mm. All right. That one's on its way out. Now, I do have the new 4-car train. I'll send her out. Which track is she on? That one. Yeah. That one. So I'm going to send this new one out and bring it to here.
It's okay. We understand, Randall.
No, it's okay, buddy. I know what it's like when you're not well. So hopefully, so here's one of the new 4-car sets that I got before I departed. So hopefully that's going to behave itself. So it's going to come up. The one that tracks up in here. What else have I got left? Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll get the rail jet back out again. Give her another run. Yeah, well, the only problem I have, Valley, is through this section here. That section here, I've always had problems there, and I do have plenty of feeder wires there, but still having problems with connection at time. But mind you, the wheels of the trains are a bit dirty too, so that doesn't help. Okay, the Railjet's train track is clear. I can send her out. I'm going to send that to here.
That's terrible, Chris. I do have Schadenfreude when I see other people's layouts context failings because I can get away without cleaning my back for a bit longer.
Well, yeah. I generally keep my tracks pretty clean, and the other thing is I don't run it that often. I normally give them a good clean after I've done a bit of work on it. But apart from that, yeah, I have actually had a good run where I don't really need to clean the tracks that much. Well, then again, I haven't really been running the trains much in the last 5 months nearly. No, November, October, November, December, January, 4 months, 4.5 months nearly since I really ran my trains properly. So right now I've actually got 2 trains running. I've got the Railjet somewhere in the system.
Well, there goes your city jet.
There's my new 4-car city jet.
And your rail jet went below it.
Yeah. The rail jet will appear above my head.
And there comes the rail jet up.
Yeah.
All right, we got 2 trains going. A little bit of work, and you may come up to my 6 trains running, but
what else do I need
do
to
what
do?
you're able to do.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that sucks. No, I actually haven't. I I haven't got a track plan on it. I'll have to draw one up. I've got.
Well, it just goes this way, and then it
do
goes
have-
that
I
way,
do
and then
have-
it comes around here, and it goes up that way, and then it comes there.
I've got a scribble
There's a track
pad
plan.
here. I do have a scribble pad here.
Oh, model train aficionado Chris.
And it's got all the. Actually, this one has got all my point motors, the address for all the point switches, my length, the size of my blocks, because I'm using a block system. Yeah, I've got all the, that's one of the papers, but that's my, basically that's the copy that I made when I was doing all the wiring on the layout. And it's handy to have, and it's one thing that I keep saying and repeating, and most electricians will do it as well. When you've got multiple wires, the best thing you can do is label your wires, because then you know which one's going where, and you don't have to spend a month of Sundays trying to find where you have issues with your electrical work. So with that makes it a little bit easier when I do my planning for my blocks and my schedules. Block. Yeah, no, I've got no blocks in between there at the moment, Joe. I need one. But the way my block sizes work at the moment, it caters for basically most of the longest trains. I do, when I alter that descent, which is just behind me here, the slide, I do have to extend one of the sidings. I do have to extend one of the other sidings at what I call my shady rest, because I cannot run the proper 7-car set railjet on the layout because of that siding there. It's just a little bit too short to have the 7-car railjet sitting there comfortable. So my longest train will be the railjet itself. When you can see where it's coming up behind me here. The cameras eventually will be replaced and relocated. This one will stay where it is, basically, but there will be another camera just up behind it, which will look right down the layout. So now the railjet here, she's going to sit and wait for the other one to come up before it departs again. So what I'm doing now is they're not fully automated. It's called semi-automation. Yeah, okay. What I'm going to upgrade is this part here, which is above my head. You see the train that's going up the grade there in the distance. I need to adjust that grade there, which comes down to here. I've got to adjust that. Now, that one there runs into a siding where you can see my finger is pointing at now. Now, that siding there, around the corner, I have to extend it by roughly about 14, 15 inches. So I can get the 7-car set railjet into that section comfortably where if something goes wrong, which things always goes wrong with electronics, if the train doesn't stop the right spot, when it gets a clearance for another train to come out, it's not going to clip the back of the train. So there's plenty of room. There's a buffer zone inside that siding. I'll have to do a tour. Remind me to do a tour next week before I go. And I'll give you guys a bit of a walking tour of the layout. It shows what it's like. And just for Jean Ricard, I will try to do a sketch of the layout, roughly, particularly this one here. Now it does go down. It goes into a figure S here, climbs its way down to the bottom to where my finger is, and down on the bottom and down to the lower level. And down at the lower level, it does the same thing as up here, but in the opposite. So the train would do a loop down the bottom and make its way back up again on these tracks here. It crosses itself, 1, 2, 3 times, 4 times it actually crosses over itself. I'll get the road to go again. So what I'm doing now is with the program, I'm telling the train to go a certain way, and without running on a actual schedule itself. When I run a schedule, it can work completely automatically. I don't have to touch nothing. Now, if I do want to, I can actually just sit back and use a throttle as well, which is basically in DCC manner. It's actually a manual operation. I do have to make a schematic anyway for a couple of locations. One which is back over here and where I'm operating the layout from. Signal components I'm still waiting on getting, but I can still prep the electrical work for it, which is another task that will be done after the timber work is done. If the weather's generous enough this week, I'll cut the plywood for this section here in preparation for when I get back. Because when I get back, I really can't mess around. I really get stuck into it. So you're doing some track cleaning, are you? Oh, yeah. Hang on
I'm doing track cleaning and wheel cleaning.
Oh, that's nice. You're cleaning up my carriages before I come back and pick them up.
Right. You try that.
Yeah. You got a week to clean them, okay? Just over a week, so I can get them back.
But this is my Lux wheel cleaner. It's just a couple of vibrating brushes, and you replace the brushes every now and then. And you just set the car on the rail, go back and forth a couple of times, and it's scrub. You got the short version. Mine's the extended version to handle rakes of cars, the ICEs and stuff like that. See, you got the short stubby version.
Well, that's how they're coming now. That's the size that they actually come now.
No, mine came this size. See, you got the little bit that's in here. Mine came with the whole mount and tray and track to roll the cars through. This is actually designed. You could actually connect this to, like, if you have some sort of off track that you can connect things to. I could run a turnout here and have this permanently connected and run my trains through it and just clean them every time I ran them. That's actually has been a thought of mine for years, is that I would just put a turnout here.
Yeah.
And then run them into here and then back in over here. And then whenever I want to clean a train, I just have it run through because this can attach to my C-track.
Yeah. That I was thinking about that too, but I've just run out of room on my layout.
Well, the one you got is designed to basically fit into a track line.
I'm not cutting up my board again. It's going to be as it is, but I mean, I will do a track section where I can actually run it. The only train that's going to be a problem is the ICE once I get that sorted.
Well, you could get Xantech, Mark. You can get the one that is HO that will work on 00 stock. You got to get the DC version. This is the 3-rail version. Artie's got the 2-rail version. I don't remember if they do N scale. There are other
this one's both. No, this one's actually both.
Because this is the Porsche of wheel cleaners. This is the Porsche. It's one of the most expensive, but you could get like a Roco rolling road or something like that. And
hey, buddy.
They have buddy? Attachments on.
Hang on, I'm going to talk Serbian. Kako je?
Because this is Lux.
The guy, Buddy from Novi Sad.
But if you're lazy like me and you've got the money to buy it, it makes wheel cleaning a lot easier than taking it out and doing it. And they clean just as well as meticulous hand cleaning. But this one, I forget what I paid. I think I paid over $200 for this.
Yeah, they weren't cheap. The one that I got, this
and
one
that was 6-7 years ago.
Well, this one here is actually set up so you can hang on. Let me change the camera. This one here is actually set for both 3-rail.
That's basically the exact same thing that's in the middle of mine. You just didn't get the outer shell that I've got.
Yeah. Bio sam bolestan. Ja ću vratit se opet u 7., 8. mesec. Ja ću biti u Bečej. So I am talking in Serbian. That buddy of mine that works in Novi Sad, I did do a clip of...
so there, I just did 2 rakes of coaches. But the Lux vacuum and cleaner that I have running here, each of those individual cars cost the same as the CSX or the CMX cleaning car.
Yeah.
But this one has a rail scrubber and then a duster and vacuum.
Yeah, well, I was naughty at the train show that we had here in Sydney. I've got to look down on the bottom, Chris. Hang on, let me change the camera. Now, which one was it? It was that one. Now, if you see right down the bottom bar track, that's actually eternal. Let me send the rail jet down. Ne, nema na čemu. Ja mogu biti vaš tumač. My Bobby says, sorry, that he doesn't know English. So I said I'll be his translator. He's a good buddy of mine. He's from, as I said, from near the Novi Sad area, near where my mum's region was. If you guys remember, I've done some videos and that from that area. Very nice chap. He does work for the railways, and there's a history of the railways from his father as well. They do live in an old station along the line between Novi Sad and Belgrade. actually comes from Zrenjanin, where that old steam engine is, goes all the way down to Belgrade. It's actually on a branch line. It's a nice, beautiful area. Let me send the rocket. Hang on, I've got that many mouses here. I need to get Rick to come down here to give me a hand with this. So let me send the rocket down.
Indeed, Southdown. Indeed.
Needs more train. I don't need more trains. I just got to get them
The
running.
tracks need more trains. Need more trains running. That's what he's saying. More trains. More trains.
Okay, so I'm going to send down the roll jet now. It's going to come into the section. I've got another 4 cameras I'm going to be putting in the layout so people can get a better view of it. Now, the first passing loop that it's coming down to, that's the siding that needs to be extended by about 14, 16 inches. That's the first passing loop when it comes down to. From there, it goes down to the bottom reverse loop. It's just coming up to it now. Now, where that reverse loop is at the junction there, that takes you to the loco facility. Now it's doing a return loop, and it's going to start climbing up. And you will see it you'll see it coming up, and that's the climb coming up to the top section on the layout. Now, there will be cameras down on the bottom, so you can get a better view. And that's the last section there before it pulls into the station. Now, if I send the other one down, it will do the same thing in reverse. Yeah, so I'm now sending one of the other trains down. Always needs more trains. Well, I don't. I'm really honestly running out of room where to put everything. I really am now cramped up with space. I did do a camp. There is a video of the layout, but I will do. Okay, Andy, we're gonna be clocking up. I'll see you later on tonight, Andy. So you have a good night's
See you
sleep.
in the morning, Andy.
Yeah. So now you see the 4-car going down, and it's going to go do the same thing, but in reverse.
I just got to remember where I put the spare cleaning pads.
So that's going to be doing a thing. That's doing the same thing in reverse.
There.
But because of my grade down the far end, you will actually see, because the grade's so steep, it's been actually good to find out which units actually have a good traction and good pulling power. Like this one here, it's for 4-car set. I do have the 2 3-car sets, but it gets to a point, and as you see now, she'll get stuck. And she's got traction tires. That one motor the power unit isn't quite heavy enough to give it traction. I need to go and rescue it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris. There's two answers to this question, or three. One is you wait. But really, the first answer is how much is it going to bother you? But if you're really worried about it, if you want to do it, but now get it over with, then just get a black marker and color the black wires that need to be black.
You know what I did actually? Okay, I'm going to call that. Going to call it the quits on the.
That's a loaded question. I know a lot of things you did.
Well, we won't expose that here. Okay, not today. What I did for a lot of my wiring, when I did the wiring to label my wires, all I did was got some masking tape, like the painter's tape or whatnot, and I wrapped it around the wires that I had, and then I wrote it with a marker pen, and say it was for, say, 0.1 or 0.2, or that's for track whatever it is, and what you do is you keep a record. You do yourself a rough diagram, and you mark it down which one's which, because we all get to a time when we get distracted and move away from our layout. We walk away from our layout, then we come back and want to continue on, and it's like, okay, now where does this wire go to? But if you're at the end of the wire where you do your connections, you label it and you label it on your paperwork.
That's the story of my layout. Where does this wire go? I just yank it out, and then if something stops working, I go, aha, it went there.
Yeah. Like with experience with on someone's layout. I won't mention any names. It was like, now which way? Where does this go? Where does that go?
The thing is, I know where it all goes. I know it was all connected to what.
Well, south down, that's the same thing.
And I really only use three colors. I have black, red, and white. And that's because some things come in red and white, and some things came in black and red, or some things came in red and white. So it was like, okay, I'll just keep all the reds together and then white and black.
Yeah. You see, I generally use two colors myself. Red and black is what I generally use. And on the layout here, particularly with the theaters, they are actually...
I use invisible and plaid.
Invisible and black. Yeah, it just makes it easier, though. It just makes it easier. Now, with the point motors themselves, I usually have an 8-core, 9-core wire. And even they are labeled, and that goes to the point motors. Now, on the main layout here, I haven't done that. I've just used the red and black. I've just basically, I've just rigged them up to get the layout going for now. But eventually I've got to do the harness and hook them all up. But they're all labeled. So when I go to do the wiring upgrade, I just put them back. I'll just put those wires into the place of where they're connected on the other side. Now, I have got a circuit board where everything comes into. So I don't have to go crawling around looking for each individual unit. It's all at the one spot. So if anything goes wrong or something fails up, I don't have to crawl underneath the layout. And that can be annoying, like particularly when, some of us start getting older, we can't quite get underneath layouts and that, and then you've got to work underneath it. And that's off-putting when you've got to go underneath the layout and do your electrics, particularly when your components fail, like your relays and like Anthony, for example, like had his little units that failed. Okay, dobro. Okay. So having it in one spot just makes it easier to replace your main components. Oh, Jesus.
Yes.
Man, you are gonna pay for that. You are going to so pay for that.
Screwball, side pocket.
Oh, Jesus. Man. All right, I better speed up that tunnel boring machine. Oh, man. You're so going to get it. I've been rewired. Yeah, they try to rewind me, but it's still. Oh, I hate wiring too, but particularly when things don't go right, you got everything connected, and then you're like, why the hell isn't it working? When I end up doing, let me show you guys that section.
I know why things aren't working, because something's broke.
Right. Wrong one. Okay. When I did this section up in here, I already had the wires. I've had all the wires prepared down on the bottom. You can't quite see, but there's a section down behind my head. I'll have to do you guys a tour next week where I've got all the wires going into. Now, when I connected everything up, the block detector wasn't picking up one of these blocks up in here where these two trains are parked. Okay, Greg, good night, mate. Have a good afternoon, buddy. Yeah, it is getting lunchtime here.
See you later, Greg.
But when I did the wiring for the blocks and everything else, on the bottom, I actually allowed 3 spares for future expansion in case I want to put another siding, which I'm not going to put in anymore, but it has spares down there. If you come and redo my bench work first, then I'll come and redo your wiring, okay? Chris, I reckon that sounds like a good deal. But you come over here first. But I already had myself prepared because I did want it, that was going to go in a different way, but I already had my spare wires and they were labeled. And they were labeled, which made life a lot easier. There, that's better. But see, if I put him like that, he can't bake me anymore. I'll mess him up. So, will you stop doing that?
I'm not doing it. My hands never left my arms.
So when I do my wiring harness, there is a video in my how to
when
do
you do that voodoo that you do.
How I do my wiring harnesses for my tortoise point motors. I just find it easier. The nightmare I'm going to have on the layout when I do that grade is the far turnout, which is way on the other side that leads the trains up into the station section here. And if you can't, this is a shirt that I got when I was with Anthony. If you can't play nice, play hockey. And that's ice hockey. I have to link tracks though.
Oh, now we're just bragging. I have a big CDU. So does Germany, but it gets beat by the SPD. Oh, I'm sorry. That's a different story.
Well, I did the same thing. Okay, dobro. Ja idem ručati sada. Budi dobro. Doviđenja. It's handed. I'm starting to lose a bit more.
It's
too.
early
I've got to
morning
go
where
back
he's
over there.
at.
Yeah, it's 3 o'clock. Well, he's in Serbia, so it's 3 o'clock in the morning over there.
Oh, I thought it's later than that, like 4 or 5 in the morning.
Yeah, no. But he actually works down in Nowy Sad station. Prijatno. He goes, thank you. It was good when I was over there because because I don't speak the language much here. And a Hungarian because it's
the kangaroos have no idea what you're saying to them.
I've got the local ones trained. They're fine, particularly with the parrots. Yeah, I've got them all trained. I just got to say certain words in Serbian and Hungarian, and they're like, "Oh, okay." Yeah. All I got to say, they're friend. No, they're enemy, and they know what to do. That's all I got to say. So we end up having. Yeah, my trip was actually pretty good. Believe it or not, I am going to be, and I will be stateside again. I arrive on the 2nd of March, and I depart on the 10th. I will be at the Con Expo from the 3rd.
Did he just do
from the 3rd of March to the 8th of March? So that's pretty much where you will find me. And also with me will be, again, as I said, I'm not going to be there on my own. I'm going to be there with Philip because he's in the earth moving and excavation. He works at the gold mine just around the corner from Tammy's place. So we're going to be there. It's been a while since I've been to Las Vegas, actually. But I'm going to go there and see what new equipment's there, what new trucks are coming out, what are new earth-moving machines coming out, what new inventions they come up with. And it's also going to be an opportunity to take
new
some
shovels are they coming out with?
Well, look, the lazy man's inventions, basically. Only the lazy people come up with these inventions to make the job work easy. Like you have a look at the car, the invention of the car, to make it made a lot easier to go around instead of hooking up the horses and the cart and putting a saddle on the horse and that. They just got a car where it's ready to go. Just turn the key and off you go. The hardest thing is putting the gas in. So, it was a good trip. I did have a bit of R&R, particularly at Tammy's place. I did do a little project while I was down there too. So we'll be coming stateside on a regular basis. Not this regular, but I won't be in South Carolina this time. I'm only going to be in Las Vegas, and I'm returning back home again. I got things to do here. Now, in the con expo, it sounds bad when you say con. Probably a lot of con artists there. Or convicts, who knows? It's just the way they worded it. They just let themselves open. Yeah, I was thinking about that. Well, I'm going to have at least a day. I'm going to have the Monday on my own to look around and try to see if I can catch up with a couple of people there that I knew. But just to have a bit of a... No, I'm not going to the casino. No, me and casinos don't get along. I work too hard for my money to go gamble it away.
That's quite a 180 switch there, the Liberace Museum to a gun range.
Yeah, it is. It is. So anyway, with that said, next week I'll still be here at home. Everybody, Anthony, thank you for coming up again. I know it was a bit short notice, but everything was crazy.
The only time I won't be is if Joyce has a travel day.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Okay, and I've got to start working on those videos before I go away, so people know what's going on. Particularly with my other little project. Everybody, thank you for coming and joining me in the stream. Have a good week, have fun, and stay safe. Until then, I'll see you guys all later. Good night. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Bye.